We are currently here at what I think is the best resort in the whole of India. Now, I might be biased, but the pool has been called multiple times the best pool in Kerala. The chef was stolen from the Taj Hotel. The architect actually interviewed the owners to see if he wanted to work with them, and they created something absolutely spectacular. Funnily enough, the owners are my parents and they are here, so let's go have a chat with them. Yeah, it's good.
So I've only been here a handful of times. I think this is time number 3, and honestly every time I walk through these gates it just feels so special. It's like a private little oasis, as you can see here, and the story behind it is really beautiful. So I've actually never really heard it from Minnie and Don myself, so I'm super excited to hear that side of the story, just how long it took to build, the whole concept and idea behind it. But yeah, this place is honestly amazing. We wish we could live here. Yeah. So let's go find out.
We look fantastic. So it's all part of the program. These are my beautiful parents, Minnie and Don. They're the ones that came up with the beautiful idea of Indian Summer House, and it took quite a long time from idea to fruition. How did it come about?
We'd actually been out to the movies. We'd seen Slumdog Millionaire, and so we were wandering around Borders Bookshop, saw a magazine, and this guy had built a beautiful home in southern India. Yeah. And so we called him.
Was that Made?
That was Made, yeah.
He interviewed us. I mean,
I do remember this. I remember it was on video call, and it was an interview, and to see if he wanted to work with you,
correct.
Right?
If we were nice enough to work, or interesting enough to work with. I know.
Oh, the journey was very much a Grand Designs journey. So there were lots of excitement when things were happening at the property, and sometimes we had like 75 people working here. And then other times there'd be no one here for months on end, and it was just an incredible long journey. And then there was always that financial hiccup at the end, where you couldn't write out.
We ran out of money.
We ran out of money.
I love the way. I love the way you said it was a financial hiccup. Yeah, Tice's future was on the line.
That's right. We got a few credit cards and made it happen.
Yeah, we did.
And you really did make it happen, because now it is so incredibly beautiful, super popular, and we don't have it to ourselves anymore.
No,
do we?
It's actually exceeded our expectation in that it has created a community.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, the guests are lovely and we welcome them, but it's the staff that have become family.
Yeah.
So we have this extended family who I look forward to seeing when I come through the gates, you know, and they treat me as part of the family. Tice, you and Abby went to the wedding of Beena's daughter a few days ago. You know, Anthony, the chef's just had a brand new baby. Yeah. We're part of this whole community, and that is really something we wanted. We wanted.
One thing I really wanted to ask my mum, because she was actually born in this house behind us.
That's right, where you do your sit-ups.
where I do my sit-ups. That is weird.
Yes,
but
I know.
It is true. So how does it feel having been born here to now? What does it mean to you to be able to have built something on a property so close to your heart?
So it isn't just that I was born here. This is a property that's been in our family for generations.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And it sort of changed in terms of size and what it was used for. When I was a baby, it was rice paddies.
Yeah.
And the rice that we grew here was just enough to feed us for the year.
Yeah.
My grandfather had a job as an engineer, but my grandmother just loved having a sustainable property.
Yeah.
She grew vegetables, she had her cows, her goats, her chickens. So for me, this was home. And what I didn't want to see happen was to lose that connection.
Well, I think that's what's the most beautiful about this is, if it weren't for this property, the tie for us back to where we're from and this area wouldn't be as strong. So this property draws us back, and it allows us to engage with all of our aunties and uncles back here and have a reason to come back more than just to visit people, but to come and live and stay in a place that we love to stay. Thanks for the interview. How beautiful is she? That's where I get my good looks from. Not from Dad.
All right, so we're going to come through the reception area.
To where we spend most of our time.
Little gift shop, not the gift shop. We don't spend the most of our time in the gift shop, but There's an office, so this is where Don or Dad does all of his work. This is actually where Mum and Minnie was born, so upstairs there, they lived in this little area. And then this is the gym. This is where Tice and I get our workout on every single day. And there are some actually really cool photos on the wall.
Like this fellow,
Building.
like all of the construction was all done sitting on the ground in their lungis with a chisel and a hammer. He was here for 5 years.
Wow.
Doing that. The stonework, also the same chiseling. No nails in the property, no nails. And there are 4 bolts. And so sometimes we have a treasure hunt, try and find the 4 bolts.
Look at this. This is the beauty of this property. So much is grown here in Kerala because the soil is so nice and we get so many monsoons and everything. And we've also got, look, Abby's favourite fruit. Jackfruit. I'll ask them and we'll pick one of these jackfruit. I don't know if these are ready. That's why you got to let the experts choose. So if you haven't picked up on it yet, it's the staff that really make this place extra special. So I'm going to introduce you to some of them now. This is Suresh, and he's probably the first person you'll meet when you arrive. Anything you need, food, experiences, places to go, he somehow makes it happen before you even ask.
I've been working here for the last 2 years. I'm really enjoying it.
Really?
This is so special.
Really?
It's always give me a positive energy to work over here.
Ah, awesome. I love that. One thing that I wanted to ask you about is like you have a passion for gardening, right? And there's an awesome picture of you with the biggest banana thing, like this high of bananas. I'll put the picture up. Even outside of his role, he's part of what keeps this place alive.
I'm growing 5 varieties of banana.
Yeah.
The elephant yam, tapioca,
awesome. Wow.
and the purple yam.
Then there's Anthony, and honestly, this guy is the reason you'll remember the food. So Anthony is a humble man because he is, I would say, the best chef in Kerala. And I think a lot of people who come and visit Indian Summer House would say the same. He worked at the Taj, but the real story starts way before that.
I learned all the cooking lessons from the home.
Anthony was actually telling me a little while ago when he was growing up, you know, his mother passed and then all of his aunties actually taught him how to cook. So he didn't just get the recipes from one person, he got the recipes from the whole family, and that's how he got the love for cooking, right?
Yes.
So it's not just restaurant food, it's recipes built from generations, refined over time. And now somehow you get to experience that here. Then of course, because he knew and had the flair for cooking, he was picked up by the Taj Hotel pretty quick, and then we stole him, and we're never letting go, are we? Thanks, Anthony. Very, very good. This is Anundu. He's our server, and he also is Abby and I's supplier of creatine. It's the small things, but they're the things that you remember. And the more time you spend here, the more you realise it's not just about the great service. It's about the people who genuinely care about being part of something. And I think that's why it feels so different, because it's not just a place you stay, it's a place people actually belong to. Bloody hell. That's a whopper.
Freshly cut and came from my home this morning.
Wow.
And it's specially for Abby and Tice.
Oh.
Yes, we will just cut it and keep it, and it will be half unripened tomorrow morning.
Wow.
So we'll have it for breakfast tomorrow.
Yes, my favourite.
So I wanted to ask my dad something I've always been curious about. Why is it that people walk through here and instantly love this place?
Yeah, it's a really weird sensation as they cross through that temple pavilion, and I think, and they do, they like in headlights when they come through.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. It's hard to explain, but you feel it straight away.
I think what it is a number of things. One, the property's been worked on by so many people, and these artisans that have lived and worked here for 5-6 years have left a part of themselves here, and it's as much their property as it is Minnie and I's. On an India journey or an Indian odyssey, it's hectic, right?
Yeah.
And and I think the calmness is a real contrast.
So you go from full chaos to this calm almost instantly, and that's what hits people first.
We don't have a menu necessarily, so I mean the chef will chat to you, but the food just comes, and it's like a relief in a lot of ways. You don't need to think about that, what you're going to eat. But he gets a sense of what you like, and Yeah, and it's a really lovely feeling not to have to even worry about that.
Basically, you don't have to think about anything. They figure out what you like and adjust as you go.
Yeah, I know. And you know the food's going to come out and it's going to be delicious.
Yeah.
And they all, you know what I love is like they register what you ate more of and what you ate less of.
Yeah.
And then they make adjustments. Like the following day, they're like, oh, this guy doesn't like veggies.
And I'd say that pretty much sums it up.
The team we have here, they treat you as they would people that come into their home, but not overly so.
No.
This is not something we teach. They just know it.
They
just know how to look after people. India's got some lovely sites.
Yeah.
But it's usually what happens on the journey between those sites that you will take home and remember.
Yeah.
That's why the simple stuff ends up being the best part.
Our little journey across the river, we wander up to the tea shop and we stop and chat to anyone on the way.
Yeah.
But he wants to make sure the tea is good and the snacks are good and that you're comfortable.
Nothing crazy, but those are the moments that stick.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people go to, there are a lot of temples to visit, and that can be lovely to see these temples. But on this particular occasion, you get to go in, and this is not about taking photos. This is about an experience with you. And we do a very simple blessing with the priest, and you can go into the inner sanctum. That's when the magic happens. Yeah, that's when the magic happens.
You're not just seeing it, you're part of it.
India isn't a thing. India isn't just a country. You have to be in India and know India.
And that's probably the biggest thing. You can't really understand it from the outside.
You can walk into any house here, whether you know them or not, and just start a conversation.
That's what Kerala feels like. Open and welcoming.
Indians smile first.
Yeah, that's right.
So smile first, ask questions later.
Correct, yeah.
And that way of thinking, it kind of flows into everything here, even the food.
And then we grow our own vegetables. So we'll grow the basic vegetables. And these are not things you're going to get in the West anyway. Bitter gourd and ash gourd and kumbalinga, those sorts of vegetables you're not going to get. And Anthony will choose from the garden first as best as he possibly can to ensure you get the most organic and fresh vegetables.
So it's not just about what goes on the plate. It starts in the garden and then gets built into whatever you're eating on that day.
And maybe he has to create something different every night with the same vegetable. So that's kind of fun too.
Which means it's never really the same twice. And I think that's what ties everything together. The people, the way things are done, the food, it's all connected. It's not just somewhere you come to stay. It's somewhere you actually experience Kerala properly.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love what we do here. I think it's fantastic.
Awesome.